How is Serie, the hero of the South, Schlacht the omniscient, Grausim the miraculous, all connected? Visions of the future, or learning about the future in Grausim's case, like during the Goddess Monument arc. A consistent motif that pops up is the idea that imagination is what it takes to form new magic and go beyond the obstacles that are right in front of you. Now, with the introduction of the great mage Serie, the feet goddess, having the ability to have these prophetic dreams and visions of the future where there is only one outcome of herself getting yeeted, it really gets those neuron synapses firing as to how these other characters' visions may tie into Serie's own prediction, where Frieren herself says that her predictions are always right. Given what we know as of chapter 144 of Frieren in the Foundation Festival arc, there are some lingering concerns that don't really have a clear answer for just yet. That could make its way into future arcs or this current arc. In this video, I will help tie in Schlacht's will for demonkind 1000 years into the future, and how all the actions of the demons may be responsible for Serie's prediction of her own demise, including this greater demon Tot, meaning death. For Schlacht's case of being able to see visions of the future, his motives seem to be one for the survivability of demonkind, even after envisioning his own death in the state of demonkind, after the Demon King gets defeated. With the conversation between himself and Mach before all 7 sages fought the hero of the South, he clearly did not want Frieren to see what happened during that fight and the outcome of it. As to what significance and insight that fight holds, meaning it could be relevant right now, present day. We can see Serie's vision of her future draws parallel with Schlacht's own vision of his own fate. In his case, he apparently got yeeted, but we never got to see what exactly happened. And we know that he tried to avoid that outcome, like Serie is doing now. During the Goddess Monument arc, Solitaire reveals what Schlacht might have seen 1000 years in the future is part of his will that's occurring ultimately end up for demon prosperity. This makes Schlacht's fight against the hero of the South and what Grausim learns from future Frieren all the more compelling as to how that may tie into the Foundation Festival arc. The hero of the South can also see visions of the future, as he predicted that he couldn't have recruited Frieren to fight the Demon King, but foresaw the future success of the hero's party taking down the Demon King. Frieren says it herself, even if said in jest, that he could see the future because ain't no way he can be that precise with the prediction of the hero's party. One of the other most fascinating questions is Grausim the Miraculous's case. During the Goddess Monument arc, we learned that he can shapeshift, create illusions, read and erase memories. Grausim, his servant Zart, the 2 greater demons in Rivale and Solitaire face off against the hero's party to steal Frieren's memories, due to her messing with the space-time continuum. Frieren says it herself that the demons learning about what she knows about magic of the future could mess up history and spawn a demonic magical revolution. This right here could be a foreshadowing. It is heavily implied that Grausim may have learned some important information as to what he gathered from Frieren, which will further fuel speculations into the Foundation Festival arc, where Serie has visions of the future where she gets yeeted. After the first battle against the hero's party, it is revealed that he did learn something from Frieren of the future, that he may have eventually told Solitaire. This information could simply be that the hero's party defeated the Demon King, or it can be something more useful like for the survival of demonkind that has ramifications for what is happening right now in the Foundation Festival arc. Although implied that the hero's party eventually defeats Grausim, if he read Frieren's memories, he could have prepared for a future where he shapeshifts out of the demon army and blended in with humanity, like how Solitaire explains of his abilities. On the flip side, he should have seen Solitaire being eaten, and so it remains a mystery as to what Grausim actually learned from Frieren's memories. Schlacht hiding the fight against the hero of the South, Solitaire mentioning that if they continue onward, it may lead to his grand plan of them surviving 1000 years into the future. Also, there is a greater demon, maybe 2, that are still lingering in the universe. That is Rivale, the bloody god of war, who people are linking to Stark's village being destroyed by, and Tot, Saint of the End. The interesting thing about Tot is that she only cares about the pursuit of magic. Demons are selfish and individualistic, so she is a character that seeks out her own purpose, without a care of all the other demons. And it's also an interesting reference and motif to what Frieren and Dinkin have said before. Her time was brief, but super ominous. She specifically states that her curse ability is about 30% complete. In about a century, her curse will cover the entire planet, whatever that means. And it's been roughly 84 years since the Goddess Monument arc took place, meaning she is near completion with her curse. Can this be related to the great mage Serie, the feet goddess, getting yeeted? The Empire going into turmoil and the Age of Peace being disrupted? Or does this set up another future unrelated arc? One thing is for sure, Growlsome teases that Tote will have her villainous arc in the future. What Solitaire says here may be what gives us hope that Serie can end up surviving. She mentions the theory of irreversibility. Time cannot be reversed. It has nothing to do with magic and the advancement of it, but the divine force makes it possible by bending time by will. This can be related to all the people that Serie sees that go beyond her expectation. Schlacht's visions, Serie's predictions, they are just predictions. And so by divine will, it means that outcomes can change. So how does Serie's prophetic dreams and predictions that lead to her death, Schlacht seeing 1,000 years into the future, hiding the battle against the hero of the South, the hero of the South himself being able to see visions, and Growlsome reading into future Frieren's memories? How does all of this connect to how the feet goddess might get yeeted? The obvious first choice is that for demons to survive, humanity must be less of a threat. Right now, demons are just remnants without a sole king or a general to lead them. So the next logical approach would be helping humanity decay from the inside. The Emperor reveals himself that the Empire will not survive forever, and the story makes it a point and makes it feel really dire that everything is about to fall apart. Serie's predictions are always right, and that is why she brought along literally all the mages that went beyond her expectations and imagination to potentially foil that prediction. Remember that the festival ball is the symbol of peace. If you destroy the symbol of peace, then would that lead humanity to fall into chaos? It's perfect for the remnant demons to survive longer, learn about humanity's progress in magic for themselves to exploit, like what Frieren warned when she did go to the past, how much that helps demons and how much the demons wanted that information. And that may be why the Shadow Warriors want to end all magic, because the demons themselves can vastly improve. Magic was originally seen as demonic. If Serie's predictions are always true, it has to come from the most unexpected, likely never to be revealed until the moment happens event occurs. Schlacht's predictions, what actually happened during the Hero of the South fight, and what Growlsome learns from present day Frieren. The lingering threat of Tote may be the important intel they needed to destroy humanity within right now, between the Shadow Warriors, the Empire, and the Continental Magic Association, and how all the other humans may see their symbol of peace fall apart. If forming a pact with Serie was to be a part of the symbol of peace and it crumbles with her being yeeted, all hell would break loose. This could be something that Serie is preparing for if she gets yeeted. Going back to the point of magic being about imagination, it always felt like Schlacht was trying to envision a future where he does actually survive. Ultimately, it didn't happen for him, but the mystery of what happened during the fight feels like it has timeless ramifications. Schlacht would have never gone through with the fight against the Hero of the South if he didn't think that it wouldn't help demonkind down the line, even after seeing the downfall of the Demon King. Could the downfall of Serie actually be the surprise that it was all manipulated by demons this entire time? Who knows? Maybe Schlacht's vision is one where demons can coexist with humans. That may be the one way demonkind ends up surviving, or it is humanity itself that starts to fall apart. Tote's character is interesting because they basically just introduce her like, I have this curse ability that will eventually screw the world in about a century. And then she just leaves. Do you guys think Schlacht's vision, him hiding the battle against the Hero of the South, does that have any connections to Serie's own predicted being yeeted? Or do you guys think all of this demon talk is all unrelated to the Feet Goddess? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. All I know is all these demons that we talked about, whether it does have a connection to the Foundation Festival arc, it will have a connection to future arcs, because it feels like Schlacht's vision of 1000 years into the future is like a bigger demon grander plan going on. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about the topic of this video, and do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, check out my blog at otakusen.com, check out my previous videos on Frieren, check out my second channel where I cover Sword of the Demon Hunter and the Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys on the next video.